All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Monday. So Nvidia to 150, BTC to 100K. That's what I believe. That's what I think is incoming, and it just looks like it, right? I think price action right now in the markets is looking pretty good. I think in the beginning of the day we had a little pop up, but now it's starting to come back a little bit. But I think that we're going to see October realize in the next couple weeks. I think, especially for crypto, I think crypto is going to be one of those things by the end of the year. We may be even over 100K, in my opinion. But yeah, um, Hurricane Milton, for those of you in Florida, make sure you prepare for the hurricane. I'm debating whether to leave further out of Tampa to get clear of the hurricane, but right now I'm deciding to stay in-house. But, I can make that decision by tomorrow morning and things like that. But, yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure. It's annoying. It's another reason why I'm considering moving to Austin. If you haven't seen my live video yesterday, that's one of the places I'm considering moving to now. Austin, I think Austin has tornadoes and things like that, but actually, I think Texas itself has tornadoes, but I think it's more in the deserty areas. I don't think Austin doesn't have that much desert. It's pretty much like inland, so I don't think I'll have to worry about that. Now, we probably still may get some hurricanes, but again, it's a very inland city, so I don't think I would have to worry about that, which would be a plus because I'm honestly sick and tired of these hurricanes in Florida. I feel like it just comes out of no. We just had one too. We had Hurricane Helena, and that was like a week ago. Now we have another one. It's directly hitting Tampa. Then you got to figure out where you're gonna go. You don't want to be an inconvenience and all this other stuff. And I got work to do too, so it's not even about going to a different place. I got work to do, so it's kind of annoying. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the market updates. It's just me complaining. And let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. All right, so let's take a look at these markets. Let's take a look at the beginning, the home page of Yahoo Finance. Let's look at some of this news. It says the S&P running in place as Q4 kicks off. Yeah, I mean, everything is going to start running, I believe, in Q4. Also, you're going to see the major indexes like the Dow, the S&P run up. Just my opinion. The second thing there, it says Hyundai has begun producing electric SUVs at new Georgia plant. So it looks like Hyundai has a new plant where they're creating these EVs. Now I think Hyundai already rolled out. Look, that's the hurricane warning. All right, and they usually issue it 36 hours before. Follow evacuation orders. Blah 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 blah. All right, yeah. So to my point, hurricanes suck. All right. So yeah, I think Honda already had an electric vehicle. So I think they're just expanding out, and this just goes to show you that EVs are getting bigger. So hopefully, the biggest EV play right now is Tesla, and they're expected to roll out their robo-taxi October 10th. Now, obviously, for those of you that haven't been following the robo-taxi announcements in the previous months, previous years, it's always been pushed back. So who knows if they're going to push that. I honestly think if they don't push that out soon, they're going to lose market share because you have things like this, Hyundai creating a new electric SUVs and opening up these new plants where they're going to be making more inventory. And not only Hyundai, it's going to be Lexus. Because I wanted to get an electric vehicle with Lexus, but I ended up renewing my lease and going with a newer vehicle that was gas because they didn't have SUV options, or they didn't have EV options that were sedan. They only had a SUV. So yeah, I think when there starts to become a lot more sedan EVs for other car manufacturers other than Tesla, in which it looks like Hyundai is doing or is beginning to do, I think they're going to get a lot of competition. So they need to come out with that robotaxi in order to have a competitive advantage, in my opinion. All right, so what else? U.S. looks to resurrect more nuclear reactors. All right, Amazon stock sinks as Wells Fargo downgrades their shares, and that always happens. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citi, all these banks will downgrade, upgrade stocks, depending on certain news, and then they change their mind the next day. So it's not really that shocking. All right. Let's take a look at some of these stocks. So let's take a look at Tesla because we were talking about Tesla. Did my computer freeze? Oh, let me do a mic check. Mic check, mic check. Let me do a mic check. I was looking at the preseason basketball. The Lakers were playing, and it looks like LeBron and his son finally played a game together, which that was pretty cool. Check, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right, cool. Mic check. We're good. All right, and look at that. Tesla, the Tesla thing has shown up. All right, yeah, so Tesla has been in this consolidation phase. If we look at the chart, it's been ranging from like 180 to 240. So I think if they can release this robo-taxi by October 10th, like they say they're going to do, then I think we could see all-time highs. We could probably see it in the 400s. Now, mind you, it's already been, I think Tesla has been over 400, but they did so many stock splits that they've come down to like, I don't know if they did 10 for 1. I think they did like a 5 for 1 stock split. And they came down all the way down to, probably like $80, 80 to $100. So yeah. But yeah, I think the chart looks good. I think it's honestly setting up for this robo-taxi announcement. If they do that, most likely they're going to get pumped up. But again, the market cap is pretty huge, so it definitely needs to be a success. All right, let's take a look at Nvidia. All right, Nvidia is doing pretty good, 127, right? And I think that's pretty much, it's not an all-time high, but it's getting back up to that 130, 135 range. And let's take a look at the 5-day. Yeah, so, it's pretty much trending. It went up all the way to 130, now at 128. And, yeah, this, in my opinion, will be at 150, like I was talking about earlier. The demand for chips is still up there. AI is still the leading narrative, in my opinion, when it comes to stocks and crypto. And it's not going to slow down. And Nvidia is the number one chip maker. They have the best chips on the market. People want them. All the big blue chip stocks, companies want those GPU chips. So this, in my opinion, will be a 150, maybe even close to $200 stock by the end of the year. Just my opinion. And then that's going to also play into the crypto as well. I think Nvidia's tech, so Bitcoin's kind of tech. I mean, crypto's its own sector, but typically when tech does good, crypto does good, right? They're all high volatile assets, and they move pretty quickly. So and Nvidia is kind of the leader of the market. When Nvidia moves, it kind of just pulls everything up because it's part of, what is it? Yeah, it's part of the NASDAQ. So and it's carrying the Nasdaq in my opinion. It's 3.1 trillion. So yeah, so yeah, Nvidia is doing pretty good. Let me see what else. So like I said before, Intel is something I'm looking into. I'm happy that the price is not doing too good because it was going up a lot the last couple weeks, and it's at 22.38. In my opinion, if I could get this, if I could build a position next year in the 20s or maybe under 20, I'll be happy because I'll go real big in Intel. And I think Intel, I mean, just look at the chart. It's been here since 1985, and they're coming out with their own AI chips. They're coming out, I mean, and they build within the U.S., so they're not constricted to like overseas or third party supplier issues or war or anything like that. So I think Intel for me would be a good solid single stock play for my portfolio next year. Once I begin to build out my portfolio, I think Intel will be a big position for me. But I want to probably do 2 to 3 stocks that I'm very solid, that I'm very confident in, and then the rest would be in cash. My portfolio heavy on cash until the next bull cycle for crypto. Essentially, I don't want to go. I think that was my issue before. Like every time I get cash, I want to invest it, but I need to understand. Like I see the benefit of staying liquid or in cash, or at least having a good amount of cash on the side. Because sometimes, like when the best plays come up, that's typically when you don't have cash, and it's because when you see opportunity, you want to go all in. So sometimes it's better to just piecemeal it and put maybe 10K here, 20K there, 5K there, but not go all in. So one of my goals is to stay a good, like maybe like 60 to 70% in cash, and then get into low, high growth. In my opinion, high growth potential stocks. And in my opinion, Intel is one of those. So yeah, I think Intel is going to be very good. It's not financial advice. It's sitting at 95.69 billion. So I think there's a lot more room to grow, especially if it becomes one of the leading people to provide chips. They already do. They already provide a lot of the chips for like Lenovo and stuff like that. So I think I think Intel is going to be one of those plays we look at maybe in the next 5 years, probably sitting at 70 to 80 bucks, in my opinion. 70 to 80 bucks Intel, I think is very doable because that would put it at close to a $300 to $400 market valuation, and I think that's very doable. And I think the all-time high is 75 bucks. I'm not sure if they did a stock split, but yeah, I'm very excited. Hopefully, like I said, it doesn't go crazy in price, which I don't think. I think it'll consolidate. I'm not sure with the interest rate cuts. I think they said we're supposed to get another one in November. Yeah, I think, or maybe by the end of this month, but who knows? Some people are saying we might get 3 or 2 more rate cuts. So the next one they're thinking is going to be 50 basis points, which would bring us all the way to a point. And then they're thinking about another one in December, which would bring us to like 1.5, which would be insane. If we get that, markets will definitely do really well. So yeah, Intel is one of those stocks that I think it's going to do well for my portfolio. Not for your portfolio, for my portfolio, right? But always, take a look, do your research. All right, well, so crypto. Let's take a look at crypto. All right, so I said Nvidia at 150 by the end of the year, and I think a BTC would be at 100K. And if you see, we're at 63. We're picking up pretty nicely. We were at 60 to 62 for the last week or two. We were bouncing back, but now it looks like we're breaking out of that channel. and we're going. It looks like we're going higher now. Are we going to go to 65? Are we going to go to 70? I think towards the end of this month, we're probably going to be closer to 70K and probably go over that. Just my opinion. Again, like I said, we are in the most historic bullish periods or months for BTC. October is historically known to be very bullish for BTC. So, yeah, and it looks like if you look at the chart, we've just been consolidating in this area for a while. I mean, all the way from 50 to like 70, 50 to 70. That's what we've been chopping at. A lot of people are calling for time to be shorted, but I think the bull run is yet to begin. Let's take a look at some alts. Ethereum's doing good. I mean, it's doing okay. It's still at 2,400. It did pull back a lot. Earlier this year, it was at 35, 30. Actually, no, it was like 39, close to 4,000. So it did pull back. Let's see. I think everything is doing somewhat okay. It's like ranging from like 1% to 6% increase for the day. It doesn't look like Sui's been actually going crazy. So this is like a L1, and I think the creator of this originally worked for Facebook or Meta, but Sui's been doing pretty good. They're saying this thing could go pretty big in this bull run. I'm not sure. All right, I haven't really looked up into this one. Most of my plays are AI or DPIN related. And again, once we're finished with the bull market, I'll be able to speak about that more. I just don't like talking about the plays that I'm in because I don't want people to follow and then be like, oh, well, I did this because of you, and then I lost some money, right? All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Looks like the market is doing pretty good. Very steady. It doesn't look like it's going too much down. Doesn't look like it's going too much up. But yeah, so like I said, we do have a hurricane coming in Florida. That's where I live. So for those of you in Florida, make sure you stay safe. Go somewhere that, you're not going to get impacted too much. But then also that's going to affect my streaming schedule because tomorrow, well, hopefully if I stay here, hopefully power doesn't go out. If I decide to leave, hopefully the place I go to has internet and I'm going to bring my laptop. So most likely I will be streaming from there. So yeah. But we'll see. Most likely if I leave out, it's going to be tomorrow morning if I decide to. And I'm thinking about it, but who knows? But yeah, housekeeping items. Make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram, Mr. Financial Nutrition. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok, Financial Nutrition. I post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Today's Monday, so I post today. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.